Hi everybody, I'm GiGi of GiGi Eats Celebrities, and I'm really excited today because, well, it's past September 1st, which means it's fall. It is fall, everybody. Just kidding, it's not actually fall quite yet, but this girl loves fall. As you guys all pretty much know by this point, I frickin' hate summer. However, there is one recipe that I really love to make in the summer, but for some reason I didn't make it this year, so I feel kind of weird about it. But I'm going to rectify this situation today because I am going to show you a variation of this recipe that includes the fall staple pumpkin. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm making. I am making pumpkin ice cream. Now, I've made ice cream before on my blog, but this ice cream recipe is a little bit different because I am not using my ice cream maker. I feel like that thing broke or something. I don't really understand what's going on with it, so I'm just gonna give it a break. Instead, I'm going to use the blender. However, there's a couple of different steps you have to take before you can use the blender in order to make it ice cream-like. Otherwise, you're just gonna be making a pumpkin smoothie. And that is not what I'm here to do today because I do have a recipe for a pumpkin smoothie on my blog. No guys, pumpkin ice cream is happening today, and you're gonna have to stay tuned in order to see how to make this no-churn pumpkin ice cream recipe. By the way, it's pumpkin, guys. I didn't show you the actual label. Oh, and also, just to let you know, this recipe is going to be dairy, wheat, gluten, sugar, soy, fruit, and nut-free. Unless you consider pumpkin a fruit, then it's not actually fruit-free. That being said, let me show you what we have to do today in order to make this ice cream happen. I gotta get the blender. Landon loves this blender. I'm not really a big fan of it, but it's the only one we got right now, so we're just gonna make do. Now that I have my blender here, I have to go grab the concoction from the freezer that we created yesterday in order to make this recipe happen. And by the way, guys, I did make it yesterday, but I'm filming all of this stuff right now because I'm a fucking genius. Okay, here's the frozen concoction we put in the ice cube trays to easily break apart, put it in the blender so we can get it all smooth and creamy. Not gonna lie, it looks kind of weird, but that's because of the cinnamon. Cinnamon does something really weird in the freezing process that gives it these weird little air bubbles, but I'm not gonna be too concerned about it because, well, I know that this is gonna be really delicious. So now what you have to do is you have to take off the cap of your blender, duh. And you gotta break this baby apart, which might be a little difficult here. I can't break it. Okay, that might help. Come on, muscles, you can do this. Yeah, buddy. Oh, woo! Making a little mess on the floor, but what else is new in this kitchen, seriously? That being said, I did get it broken, so we're gonna put it in the blender. I really wanna break them all apart because I feel like it's gonna be hard for the blender to mash it. That being said, if this blender is actually as top-notch as it says it is, well then it should be able to do anything, right? Right, blender, you can do this. Do it, bitches, woo! I almost just kind of feel like sucking on one of those cubes, because this girl likes to suck. Let's not make this video raunchy. All right, this is gonna get loud. I hate when blenders are super loud, and this blender is like notorious for wanting me to like rip my ears off. Okay, this ice cream looks really weird, I'm not gonna lie, because it's not actually like creamy right now. It honestly looks like flour, but I didn't put any coconut flour or anything like that in this recipe, so I'm a little confused, but at the same time, it is what it is. As you guys know, I never make these recipes before making them on camera, so we're in this together. When you guys decide to make this no-churn ice cream, which by the way, if you plan on making it, you gotta plan in advance, unfortunately, because it's not as fast as, say, having an ice cream maker. But when you do make this no-churn ice cream, I do highly recommend that when you take it out of the freezer, you let it melt a little bit in your ice cube tray so it doesn't transform into this situation. Okay guys, I really hate to say this, but I think I'm gonna add a little bit more coconut milk to get shit churning here. Anyone else do this when they open cans? Or just me? My biggest problem with opening a new can of coconut milk is what do you do with the rest of it? If you guys have any suggestions, let me know in the comments below. Again, I am so blaming this ice cream maker because I hate it. You just take your sweet time melting and I'll just snack on the top remnants right here. Seriously, just take your fucking sweet time. You know what I'm gonna put in here? I just decided because it was on my counter. I'm gonna put Chalk Zero Honest Syrup Maple Vanilla in here because this stuff is delicious. It's sugar-free and it's made with monk fruit extract. And it's also liquidy, so it might, you know, give it a little extra push in the right direction. Ooh, hi. Do you see that? Oh, sexy. Super sexy. All right, it's helping a little bit. It is helping a little bit. Actually, I think that needs one tiny little mix more and we are good to go. I think the syrup might have saved it. Look, it definitely has the ice cream's consistency, so I'm pretty pleased with this. Gosh, I have fall in my mouth right now. Well, I just swallowed fall, but you know, it was there a second ago. And all of you can have fall in your mouth too if you make this recipe. But let me show you the next step in order to make this ice cream complete. Not very safe for your tongue, but I'm gonna risk it. Now I'm gonna stick this in the freezer for about 20 minutes so it gets a little bit more hard. Who would have thought ice cream gets turned on by a freezer? Actually, I think everyone thinks that. Anyways, we're gonna put this in the freezer for about 20 minutes and then I'm gonna grab my ice cream scoop and really make this baby shine like ice cream. Yes. That could have been dangerous, as in it could have went on my shirt. Okay, well, with that being said, you know, maybe I should stop being a frickin' animal. Why would I do that? Why would I stop being an animal when food is just so good? So that right there was how you make no-churn ice cream, pumpkin flavored. That being said, you could take all of the ingredients I used minus the pumpkin and make your own variations of ice cream. You could make chocolate, you could make mint chocolate chip. I do have a recipe for that on my blog. You could make strawberry, you could make literally any flavor you want. So if you're not a pumpkin person and for instance you want to relive summer, well then add some fruit in there like strawberries and blueberries and all that kind of stuff and you are gonna have a delicious treat. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate you sticking with me and making sure this recipe worked with me because it did work. That being said, I'm just gonna let it freeze for another 20 minutes, but I'll show you the aftermath right now. I'm about to give fall a big swallow. So good. So good.